Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Let's fucking go, baby. It's game time, baby. It's game time. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Thank you all for being here. We should be going. We should we should be good here in a few seconds. Give it a little bit before we get started. Special announcement for all the new people that will be watching this. If you're watching this and it doesn't say live on the bottom of the screen, you're watching a recap. We are giving away $200 by the end of the month. All you gotta do is like and subscribe to the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Happy, what is it, Wednesday, or happy Thursday to you. For those of you in the Philippines. Is it Thursday over there? Right? Is Thursday? I don't know. I'm lost. Or is it still Wednesday? I don't know. Well. Welcome, guys. BTC is just on the move today. BTC dominance sitting at 42.64%. Ooh, BTC, man. And so I was getting a lot of messages saying, is this the bottom? Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I think that we're still currently processing the bottom over here. Although we are getting a pretty big daily candle right now. And the target or the goal pretty much is to close the daily candle right above this line here, right? $34,000 and 672. So the target, the main price target right now is around 36,700, and that is the target. And if you're looking at the daily candle, we are seeing a several different bullish indicators right now, although we are still kind of in a bearish sentiment, right? But there is a couple indicators that we are reversing, and one of them, XRP BTC breaking above this resistance right here. This was a major support level that we broke past couple days, right? And we ended up pretty much going down towards 31,100, and that was good enough for the whales to accumulate and buy the dip. All right. We had a lot of updates on the Discord channel, so if you were on a Discord team, basically we were giving you updates pretty much like frequently. So yeah, no, this is good. This is looking good right here. Daily candle breaking above this 34,602. I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to retest, we come back down and retest that support, and then continue on and go for 36,700, right? So looking at the daily, let's see if we can. So what are the daily candles here? This is pretty much a bullish hammer candle, right? So that's one indicator that we are going up, reversing from this downtrend. And the second one would be this this big green candle on the daily, right? So somebody was telling me about a bullish divergence on the RSI. So let's look at what that looks like. Where would be my RSI? So right here. So as you can see, right? Let's see. Maybe it's on a weekly. Yeah, it is. Okay. So it's on a weekly candle or weekly time frame, right? As you can see right here, we had a bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence. right there. Price was going up. RSI was not indicating price was going up, right? And then all of a sudden, right over here, you're getting, let's see here if we can spot that for sure. Right there. Even though it's a little bit, it's not showing much, but it is it still is somewhat of a bullish divergence right there. Okay. So we're getting a couple indicators here saying that we are reversing from the pattern, this bearish pattern that we're seeing here on the daily. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back. How's your day going? How was your day? The only thing that we need to do here is let's see if we can still, let's see here, but we're still in a, I guess we're kind of creating this little triangle here still. I think this just looks really healthy in my opinion. I got a couple things that I want to show you guys on why I think, on pretty much why we did this, but we're still higher, higher lows, right? So as long as we're creating higher lows and not lower lows, we are looking really healthy and looking really good for some upside potential. So last time BTC was around this price range here, I think I posted it on Discord. We rallied, pretty much out of here. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we gotta wait and pretty much for more sessions to come. Right? Basically, BTC just needs to get out of this current level here, and get back above this EMA. Right? And so, or MA, or no, EMA. Yeah, that's right. All right. Okay, let's see. 36,700 is target. How close are we gonna get there? So from where we at currently, that's about a 12%. Oh no, I'm sorry, messed up. 4% move. Little bit above 4% move. Okay, so yesterday, I was kind of looking at the charts here, and was wondering why we were getting this this correction, this really big correction, right? Well, what it was, in my opinion lang, ha. So I think what it is that I think I was saying this yesterday also. We were kind of like rallying way too fast right up here. And that correction, this correction here, was supposed to happen here. Does that make sense? And so what happened during this time frame here is that a lot of institutions were buying in, and so it kind of prolonged the bigger correction. Does that make sense? And so what was supposed to happen here, we were supposed to retest this area here, right? See how that's a big, that's a 51% drawdown, right? So we were supposed to retest this area here, or retest that area, whichever one, but this is the main level that we were supposed to retest. All right. It could have been just a wick down or whatever, kind of like what happened here, But since, like we had Elon Musk and all these, and a lot of institutions were buying, we prolonged that and we just continued on rallying, right? Until we eventually started rolling over, and then we had that correction. And so this was around January, or beginning of this year, right? So what the price was around, what is that, 40K, yeah, about 40K area. And so this was $20,000, where the correction, if the correction was to happen here, we were supposed to go down, retest $20,000, and then, resumption off to all-time high, right, which is around here. So in today's time frame, in the current time, right, 40,000 is pretty much or the 65,000 is pretty much equivalent to January's 40,000, and the 30K where we pretty much retested is pretty much equivalent to the 20,000 area. Does that make sense? And so yeah, I think, just because of what was happening in this area, we didn't correct that 50%. Instead, we corrected here, right? Because we kind of overextended a little bit, but 53%, right? Versus we should have corrected around here. So if you did 53% here, then that would have, uh, stopped right over here somewhere. You know what I mean? And so I think that this correction here was just was supposed to happen here, and then we continued on. But since it happened here, then eventually we will continue on this bull cycle. And so a lot of people think we are in a bear, we're going in a bear market. I keep on saying that we're not, because as long as we don't break uh past, I would say right here, I don't as long as we don't get anywhere around this green box, like I guess down towards 28K. Where's that? Yeah, right there. We'll just say right there in this box. As long as we don't go back around this box here, all right, then we're good. We're gold. Okay, I'm gonna put bear market there. All right, slash alt season. Okay, so anytime we fall somewhere around here, okay, it's okay that the first candle was, this drawdown right here. This is fine as long as we don't roll down and close below this previous low right here, right there. Then we're still good. I think that a double bottom would have been great. That would be very bullish. But then, you still have other indicators here that are still bullish too, right? Lower low, higher low, right? And hammer candle, this could turn into, a bullish engulfing candle, whatever it is, right? Whatever reversal pattern we see here. I mean, on the hourly, we have, an inverse head and shoulders, right? Target price for an inverse head and shoulders is is that 36K area. Yeah, 36.7, right? So let's see if I can see that. Let me see if that's accurate. Take your trend line here. You break out. So yeah, somewhere around there. So that's how you would, I guess, I lost my word there. That's how you would, I guess, determine the price target, right? You just put your stick right there. Boom. So somewhere in this area, and first of all, we got to knock out the second set of resistance here. Depending on how bullish we are, we should be, we should get that out of the way soon. So, but yeah, as soon as we get over, on top of this, close close above the EMA on the hourly, the next target would be, around here, which is good, right? But same thing with XRP actually. XRP is doing pretty good. We are, we are coming off into a resistance here, right? Head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, and price target for this is right up here too, about somewhere around 97, 96, 97 cents. Okay, so we just got to get above, close above the EMA here, and close above the neckline. Once we close above the neckline, then we should start to rally here. Today's June 9th. Are we supposed to hear like some kind of news, regarding SEC? Or is that June 11th? Alam ko ano they declined, or Ripple wants to decline that 60-day extension. Tama? Tama ba yun? I think I read about that this morning. I'm not sure. Not a fan. Wala makita ka, no. But a bunch of news was coming out last night. That's funny. Let's see here. I'm looking for it. Chief wants you to open a crypto IRA. I don't see it. But anyway, all right, cool. Whatever. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Well, what do you guys think? Are you guys bullish or are you guys bearish? Did you guys open a position here? What are you guys looking at? What are you guys playing? How about that? So as you can see, also a lot of cryptos are starting to turn green. Good. Also, that that's another thing that's it's a good sign that we're getting out of the bottom here. But let's see. Let's see. Anything over 5%. Cody up 8%. TEL, man, TEL though it's 12%, more like 13%. XVS up 7%. Sol up 5% plus. I'm that's funny. One about 5% for one. 5% for one. BTC already up 5% plus. Yeah, no, it's looking good. It's looking good. Total altcoin market cap 889 billion. So let's see where we are on the daily. All right. We are seeing a bit of a higher high, higher low. Let's see what kind of let's use this one. Not really, actually, because you do have you have that. Oh, somebody asked me to show them how to do trend lines. I forgot who it was. He messaged me, but like this is just an example of how you do a trend line. So you could do a trend line pretty much just like this. All right. You got your trend line. You know, you can find that on the toolbox on the left hand side, trend line tools, and you would just need this here, this little thing here, this line. And then the way you would do like a resistance is you look for bodies of candles, kind of like this here, right here, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could place it pretty much just anywhere right on top of the body of the candle. You don't necessarily have to use the wicks, but just to just put it like, right next to the body of the candle. That'll give you, it's not an exact, you know, like price resistance or whatever, but it gives you like almost the resistance around that price. So in this area here would be that 1 trillion market cap for the altcoins, right? For let's just say for support, you could do, let's just say you have one right here, right? You're still using the wicks, same thing with the resistance and same thing with the support. You're still using wicks. The way you do that is, okay, you got wicks touching this line, let's say you have your line right here, right? So you have wicks touching the line, and then you have bodies of candles touching the line, another wick here, and then you know a candle here where uh you can see how it went down right here, right? And then bounced off right here, right? So you can do another line somewhere around here. Let's do this instead. You can do this too. Boom, right there, right? So there's you have another trend line um where you have bodies of wick kind of like touches this one, kind of uh went below it a little bit, and then you have a green candle. Well, in my case it's blue, but a green candle that opened above it, right, above the support. And then you got a red candle that closed above the support, and then it broke through, right? It broke through support, right, came down, right? And then this is just what I see here. But what is that? Okay, hold on, delete that. Okay, you have you broke through the support, you came down, bulls pretty much pushed the price back up, right? Up to here, closed there, right? So what you want to do is you want to put a support right there too, right? Where the last red candle is at, where it closed, right? And then you have a green candle that opened here, closed here above the support, and then you kind of have a retest of this support right here, right? And then it came back up, indecision, and then, or a butterfly doji or whatever you want to call it, and then uh, you closed above this support area here, right? So as you can see, this would be the main support, the major support area, as the price kind of trades sideways around this support level, right? And basically, depending on where um, uh, you close here, if you close above the support, then the chances of going up is a lot higher, right? Versus if you close below the support, you got a high chance of going down, right? And so right now, this major support level, the reason why I say it's major support is if you go and zoom out of the chart, You have this previous all-time high right here came basically when it broke through this was resistance before, right? It was resistance before, it broke through, came down and retest this support level um several times, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of like broken down a little bit, but eventually, we came back up, retested, closed above there. You can see it. You can see how it closed above there. Just above there, just enough for a candle to open, a green candle to open here above the support, and then high chance of going up, right, from this support, and boom, right, and then you hit another resistance right over here. You can place it right there at 1.4 trillion, right? 1.4 trillion before we corrected, right? Corrected into a key level support, right? So your key level support would be here. If not, your key level support would be like right there. Okay, so you could say this would be major support, major support, major support, key level support. All right, but you came down and you broke through this major support here, right? You came down, but you held around over here, around the key level, right? And then you came back up, played around with this major support here, and now you're closing above it again, right? Same thing like this. And so the probability of the total altcoin market cap going up is a lot higher due to the fact that we just closed through this major support here, right? Something like this is bound to happen again over here, right? The question is it going to be like right here, right here? It just depends. But as long as you're closing above this support level, right? Like let's just say, you there we go. You go up. If you don't break this level here, this resistance, okay? If you don't break that, then you could see it come back down again, retest this support level. And if we bounce here one more time, then you can continue on to, um, all-time high, right? So something like that. So the main thing is looking for bodies of candle. Like start off with something easy, right? So let's just say let's see, let's delete that. Okay, so we'll start here again. So let's just go to an easier one. Let's just go with Doge. All right, go with Doge. So now if you're looking, so you need to zoom out, right? Whether if it's on a daily, hourly, right? Let's just say you're on a smaller time frame. Okay, so zoom out. Okay, what you want to do is zoom out first of all, use the horizontal line. Okay, and look at the range, right? Look at the range, and basically, you can see where, you have right here, you have slight of a rejection right there. So you can say, okay, there might be resistance right there, right? Over here, you had, right? You have, if you look at, zoom out some more, you have a rejection right here, right? Resistance, rejected, came down, consolidated, traded sideways, eventually a breakthrough of that resistance, right? Now it's a broken resistance. I guess what happened here, let's say you put it right there, right? Kind of I guess you would say this would be a failed breakout, right here, or a rejection. You came back down, you retest, you get rejected again, came back down, and then eventually, if you zoom in, right, resistance, a broken resistance, you break out of it, you come back down, and you retest it, right? And then you continue on to, you know, move upwards, right? And so now you can use this same resistance, right? Stays there for, however long, right? So now when Doge came down, it kind of came down and retested resistance around, or not resistance, support right here, until it bounced up again, right? Bounced up, came back down, broke through the support, right? But was able to somewhat maintain. There's another support here, right? So if you put a line like right there, because you have a wick down here, and then you have you have some type of price action happening here. You have price action wicks down here, right? And then you have these two wicks here where this green candle touched that area, right? And then so now you're I guess this would be key level here, key level support, right? You can also do this type of what do you call it, sideways support, something like this, right? So you can see where you could start right here at the beginning of this area where you kind of have like something like that, where you were starting to go up, you broke through the first sign of resistance, right? You came down, retested this broken resistance into a support, and then you went up, right? And then eventually you had to come back down again and retest that same support level, right? And then you came back up, and eventually you had to come back down, retest that key level support, right? This is now a key level support, and you came and tested it, right over here. You came down, retested here, and then you came back down and retested here, right? And so now what you're seeing here is you're bouncing, right? You're bouncing from that support level, right? You're bouncing. So what's gonna happen? How do you spot resistance here? You pretty much, there's several ways you can do this, where you can draw your line something around like right there, where you start from the very top of this, how like if you kind of go a little bit over, right? So when you're trying to go up, you hit resistance, right? And then you came down, corrected, right? Right over here. And then you try to go up again, you went above it, above the resistance, right? Come closer, and you came above, you retest it, you hit another resistance up there. So that would be major resistance, right? Where you got, where you hit the top of it, and then you came down, kind of retest that support level here, trying to make sure, I guess, if it's gonna hold. It didn't hold. You finally broke through it, and then you started consolidating downwards, where you came back up. You try to come back up and break through this resistance, right? One time, got rejected, right? Heavy resistance right up here. And so you can put another resistance right there, right? How it matches with this line. And then now you can see where you have resistance that touched here, breakthrough, retested, failed, came back up, retested, failed, and eventually you came back up, retested, and then, continuation, next level support, or no, resistance, got rejected, and then you came back all the way down here, retest that resistance, got decline, came back up, retest that same resistance, got decline, and then you went down to the next major support. You came down next to or you came back down towards this support here, and then you came up to retest the resistance, you got decline, you came down here, you failed this major support, now you're testing the key level support, and then key level support, buyer stepped in, right? But it's not enough. There's way too many sellers around this price range up here, right? So what you can do is you can say, all right, there's like a bunch of sellers right here. All right, you can call that dark cloud or whatever you want to call it, but there's just way too many sellers over here. And so now, you're trying to get rid of all the sellers, right? So what happened here is you eventually came back up, to test that same resistance, right? Same resistance. And guess what? You finally broke through it. Down here, you're seeing how there's a box here, right? That box represents sellers. So now you came up here where there's just a bunch of sellers and you're not able to break above that, right? That current resistance level, right? So you can put your line right there too, right? For resistance. And now you came back down, you had to come down, retest this broken resistance into a support, and then you bounce off a little bit, you can kind of trade it sideways, and then boom, you're trading, you're retesting that same support level, right? And then you have one going this way and you have one going this way, which is support now, right? When you're above it, it's support. When you're above it, it's support. But when you're below it, it's resistance, right? And so now what's happening here is I don't know, who knows. You're probably gonna go back up and retest again here. But the way you can tell is you can draw another line, or you can just clone this one, so you don't have to do another one. Just clone it, and it'll give you more. It'll automatically place where resistance could be. Right? You can do another one. Right? Kind of like basically like you can call this a guitar string, right? Guitar string trend lines. So now it'll tell you where the potential resistance is gonna be at, right? So you held support here, and then now you're pretty much right above this line, which is another form of support, which in right here you have major support also that you've broken through. Right now you're retesting it. So right here, zoom in, right? You see how this used to be resistance, right? Where you broke through it. How do you say it? Used to be support right up here where you broke through it. There's this green candle where it came up and retested, got rejected. You had to come back down. Then you bounce off the support here. You came back up, retested again. You got declined another time until you had to come back down. And, so right over here, you can say, okay, that looks like there's support right there too. Right here, right? So body of the candle, boom. Do you guys see that? It's a lot of explanation, but that's just, that's how it is, right? So you got rejected, came back down, bounced off the support. You went back up, retested, sellers, sellers pushed the price down, and kind of like right over here where this support is at. And then now you're just kind of like, all right, well, what do I need to do to to push the price back up. What do the bulls need to do, right? Get rid of all the sellers, get rid of all the sellers, right? And then you came up a little bit, rejected, and now you're coming back. Now you're building this support base right here, this foundation, right, for another leg up, right? Are you gonna trade sideways? Because it looks like right here you have wick, right? You have a wick, so that's telling me there's sellers right here still, right? And so you could be, coming down here again, trade sideways, right? Until you break, until you get to the next sign of resistance, which is right here, right? So let's go zoom out. So what you can see with Doge is you can see Doge come back down, retest this. Can't even draw a straight line. That right there, this line here, come back down, retest that line, trade sideways upwards like this, right? You see how there's a trend line now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you'll get used to doing this. But this helps you trade. This helps you find entry points. Even though it's trading sideways like this, right? I can't even draw a straight line. There you go. How about that? Okay. So even though you're trading sideways upwards like this, that's still okay. You got lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, high low, high low, right? And you're still going up in price, just not as fast as you want it to be, right? And so you could have placed an entry point here. You could have placed an entry point right there, somewhere around there, entry point there. You could even place entry points right over here, right? As long as it doesn't break below this trend line, okay? See how many entry points you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? As long as you don't break below this trend line, so you see how you can spot how you can place a trend line like that. Is because you have bodies of candle going down, going up, going down, stopping right there, higher lows, going up, coming down, still higher low, right? And then you're going up. Are you gonna create a higher high? You know what I mean? And so what do you what do you want to look for here is a pattern, right? What kind of pattern are you seeing? Does that make sense? And so now when you see a pattern, you're just like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here, right? If you get another something like this, right? You came back down. Where are you going? Are you going up or are you going down? Right? And so it's just a matter of how you play it. If you're just scalping, you bought here, you sold here. You bought here, you sold there, right? It's just, however you play your strategy. Sorry, hindi ko kasi ma-explain sa Tagalog. Mahirap. Ang hirap explain niya sa Tagalog, man. Sige nga, try ko nga. Okay, sige. I got a challenge for myself. Shit, wala na akong coffee. Okay. This is hard. I'm telling you, man, it's hard for me to explain this in Tagalog. But that's what it is, okay? Bye dito. Ay. Okay? Get it? You guys get it? You guys understand trend lines? You see how there's so many trend lines? It's not just, horizontals, going, it's not just triangles. There's so many. Like, there's a lot that you have to, there's a lot of trend lines. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's just a lot. Oh man, machocho ako dito, man. Hirap. Ako nga yung may ano eh. Well, I don't get nosebleed because I understand Tagalog, but like if I'm gonna try and speak it, especially explaining something technical, ay, wag na nga. um, I can talk to somebody in person, uh, but it's hard explaining it this fast. You know, especially when you have a time frame. Mahirap, explain lahat. You know, may trend line dito. Support yan. Resistance yan. Aha, aha. Oh man. But ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do trend lines. Support, support, resistance, resistance, support, support right now because it's above it. Support. I mean, it's just good stuff, man. Good stuff to learn because because patterns are they're helpful, but if you're gonna jump, like jump the gun, I guess you could say, by learning patterns first, that could help you spot resistance and support and resistance, but I think it's better to learn basic support and resistance and then learn patterns, right? Because you can learn patterns and still mess up, right? As you can see, man, dang, bull or bears are literally trying to sell the shit out of this price. Look at that. Look how this is an hourly, okay? Look, they're literally pushing the price. Like you can see the price action. Look at that. That's crazy. You see that? They're rejecting this price range. Look at that wick. That is crazy. Oh, naintindihan ko like fully. I guess. Well, I don't know. It depends. Depends on the words they use. If it's too deep for me, if it's too deep, then I'll try to use what I know. I'll try to use what I know, and I'll just base it off of that. But like if you use a deep word on me, I'll just be like, okay, let me break down what he just said in my mind. Um, and I don't know, man. I'll have to break it down like really fast, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. uh, minsan nga pag pag nagiinuman kami ng mga friends dito, right? And they're talking about jokes in Tagalog. It's funny because I understand it and we laugh and everything, and then it's my turn to tell a joke. Think about how that joke went. It's Taglish, man. My joke being Taglish, like it would be half Filipino and half, or half Tagalog and half English. It's funny. Yeah. No, man, for real. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you guys will get used to me talking in English. Because that's how they feel over here, man. Like, yung mga kaibigan ko dito, they, there a lot of them, I have a lot of Filipino friends, like a lot. And lahat sila nagtatagalog. Nasanay na lahat sila kasi ako lang yung talagang, like, man, I'm the only one out of all, like, how many Filipino friends do I have here? Whew, I have a lot. And I'm the only one who does not speak to them in Tagalog 100%. I speak, English. I mix it up, right? I think I'm literally the only one. That's why everybody's like, it's like, man, he's weird. This guy is weird. Like, why don't he speak Tagalog? Hey, boss, nagtatagalog ka wala? I'll be like, yeah. But I grew up here, man. That's why. I grew up here. I was here. I got here back when I was 10 years old. Dito na ako lumaki. So, pailalim ng takbo ng charts. Which one? Oh, Taglish. Which one? Doge or BTC or what? Let's see, daily. Like, why is it on a downtrend like this? Is that what you're asking? Sa ilalim ng... Oh, I don't want to get copyrighted. Never mind. You know, facts is I actually learned how to speak Tagalog by listening to Filipino music. Oh, man. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. What up, Iran? Iran? Ganun ba yun? Ganun ba yung ano? Pronunciation ng pangalan? Iran. Is it? Man. Man, they used to make fun of me here. Like when I first met, not like in a bad way or anything. Uh when I first met like all my Filipino friends here, I guess I had like this accent, like this American accent when I speak Tagalog. And we used to sing karaoke, right? And so uh Elon Musk. Oh man. We used to sing karaoke, man, and I'm old school. I'm old school. I grew up in the Philippines for about 10 years, and the last time I left the Philippines was April Boys Days, right? And I remember those songs. I can sing it in Tagalog and everything, and so but the way I say I talk was like I had the American accent. And so yeah, they would be like, it was funny, man. It's funny. I love being around Filipinos, man. It's always like fun because there's just nonstop jokes. It's always funny, especially when you're drinking. Talk about whatever. uh, di ko kayang tanggapin. Oh man, love karaoke. Karaoke's fun. I need to update what do you call that? The little hard drive where it's got all the songs. I want the new songs, but they're expensive, man. They're really expensive. They're like almost $50 to $80 for one of those new updated songs like that came out in 2020 or 2019 2020. It's crazy. No, yeah. I'm trying to, kasi COVID-19. And so I'm trying to make the most of my time sa Pilipinas when I go home, because if I go home and I have to be in lockdown um for 2 weeks. I don't know I don't know. I forgot how long they said it was. I think it was like 14 days. Di ko alam. Di ko matandaan. Pero, yeah, I think it's Magic Sing. But you got to stay in a hotel. And then a friend of mine said the cost of staying in a hotel was like what was it, 3 to 4K or something like that. I'm like, dang, that's crazy expensive. I don't mind, but then again, you're gonna have to stay in the hotel, and that's like a waste of my time. I don't want to stay in a hotel. I want to go and explore. Uh, Another thing too is like kasi dito wala nang mask. Hindi na kami nagmamask. And I hated wearing a mask, right? I just yeah, I'm not that guy. I'm healthy. I don't ever get sick. 7 days lang. Ah, okay. And yeah, you know what I mean? It's just yeah, wearing a mask and all that crazy stuff. It's just like nah. I don't feel like dealing with it. And then it's hot. But yeah, it's just not that type. But you never know. You never know what happens by December. Kasi December talaga yung plano ko, pero it just have to be, has to be worth it going home. Kasi ano at first it was only for 1 month. But then if I spend like one whole week quarantine somewhere, then that's kind of like damn, now I got 3 weeks left. Free stay ata yun. Hindi, ano sabi ng kaibigan ko, may bayad. Oh, kilala niyo si Apan? Apan Nuki? She was in that ano tawag dun? Yung that, like, she was a dancer, and then she was in the movie one time. I don't know, hindi ko, Apan Regimon. Hold on. One of my best friend here, she's famous from the Philippines. I think you guys know her. Agramon, Apon, Apon. Si Apan Agramon. She's famous. She danced in one of those, like, I forgot what it was. Um Looking it up right now. Something like my hold on. Oh, can't find it. So never mind. Si Apan, trying to find it. She was she used to be in a movie in Dyan sa Pilipinas. And then she was in a dance competition. She's gay. Like, she's lesbian. Oh, that's my tomboy. Her name is Regine. Regine Agra Apan. That's her. She danced in my tomboy. But yeah, she was the one who was telling me, like, about the quarantine and everything, because she was just there like not too long ago, but she had to be quarantined. Man, when she came back, she had to be in quarantine too. Si Regine. Si Regine. Let's see, BTC, XRP. XRP is look at the 6 hours. 6 hour time frame. You have of course you have the symmetrical triangle. And then you have resistance like right here. Ako din, hindi masyado nanonood ng TV. Minsan lang pag nagre-relax. Like the other day, I think it was it was Yag that told me to watch tawag dun, yung 7 Sundays. That was pretty good, man. I liked it. But that was that was the last time I watched TV. So I'm seeing a little impulse wave here. So you got 1, 2. So you can place it like right there. And then the big one is here, right, where you have support. And then you have yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah, the ABC. You got a bit of a yeah, I see it. Okay. You got A, B, C. Okay then. All right. But on a smaller time frame, yeah, cool. Si Apan? Call her Apan. I mean, that's what she told me to call her, so that's what she's known by over here. She's a tomboy. She looks like a dude right now. No major news. Oh yeah, boy. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time. I am going to play this video one more time. If you're new here, we are live Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. We are giving away, yes, Regine Agra. $200 at the end of the month. All you gotta do is like and subscribe to the video. I appreciate it. Regine Agra, that's her. She's cool though, man. She's really cool. Shout out to the chat, baby. Let's go. I appreciate it, guys. Message me on Discord if you have any questions, concerns, recommendations. Follow me on Twitter. I'm actually very active on Twitter nowadays, posting things and retweeting people's things, posting my opinions, to blow off some steam. And I have an Instagram account which I don't even you know look at as much as I used to. But if you guys follow me there, and the more followers we get there, then the more active we'll be. But I don't think Instagram is famous anymore. I think it's all TikTok now and stuff like that. Yeah, man. We in BMW. Actually, I'm thinking about buying one. I'm really thinking about buying one. I love me some BMWs, man. Like if you ever drove a BMW, you will never want to drive any other car. Man, it's like, I don't know. They said, I don't know. For me, in my opinion, I love BMWs, especially the new BMWs that came out with that little grill. You know, yung pinakamagandang grill nila ngayon. It's like, damn, bro. Um, but no, I love BMWs. I've owned like two, three already. The first one was a 330i non-turbo. The second one was a 330 also. Then the third one was the 335i, twin turbo, fully loaded, pearl white leather seats. It was fast. It was fast, pushing about 400 plus horsepower. Yes, I will still be here. I will be here during the bear market, and I will be buying more often. Right now, I switched my strategy. I think I said this the couple like a week ago or something like that. Right now, I switched my strategy to more day trading versus accumulating. Although I did buy the dip, I bought the dip at 80 cents. Where's 80 cents? I posted it on Discord. I bought the dip at 80 cents, like right here. But I will be doing more day trading. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna be using KuCoin. I'll use KuCoin to do whatever, but to maybe send XRPs out and stuff. But I'm using another company now, another exchange. I've switched over to Femex exchange. They offer 20%, 20x leverage. KuCoin, not so much for me because I'm in the US, and they don't allow me to verify my identification and stuff like that. So, um, I went and transferred some funds to Femex, and I'll be using Femex to do my options. Not options, future contracts, right? So, yes, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, that is all for today. I'll see you guys on the next video. I appreciate y'all for being here all the time, man. I don't know how else I can say it, but I really do appreciate it. Salamat po sa lahat. Even though some of you guys are probably like, man, this guy talk a lot of English. I can't understand shit. But, you know, I hope that I'm doing okay with the charts. I hope you guys like it. My charting is a little bit different than other people's charts. I try to keep it as simple as I can. I'm not very, I don't like all those indicators. Just way too much for me. Yeah, I like to keep chart life simple, and I do my charting the way I like and understand it. And if I ever, learn anything new, I like to share. So I always want to share it with you guys. We don't charge anything here. All I ask is for you to support the channel. That's it. And in return, I give you $200. Well, $100 per two, whatever. But yeah, you guys get paid. No, I'm kidding. But you do. You will. And the more we grow as a channel, group, and members, and everything like that, and then when YouTube starts paying, basically those funds will be used to more, for more giveaways and things like that. bigger giveaways. Just I have a plan. I have a goal that I want, that I need to hit, but it can't happen without you guys. So that's why I appreciate you guys so much. And then in return, you guys are gonna get rewarded for your support. So that's all I have to say. I appreciate it. Salamat po. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Education here is always free. Welcome to ask us anything, as long as you don't piss off my moderator, Lex Marvin Nino Franco. He won't ban your ass. Don't piss him off, I mean, that guy's the shit, man. He's the best. But ask us anything. We're open. We love to joke around. But we also like positive and respectful too. So yeah, good. We try not to come off negative. We try not to come off negative. We try to stay positive at all times. I think sometimes though, when you read a message, like it's like text messaging somebody, you kind of misrepresent what they're trying to say, and so it comes sometimes in your mind, it comes off bad. Please try to understand that it's just a message and rephrase the question or the answer, blah blah blah, and so that way there is no confusion or miscommunication. Other than that, thank you guys so much. Salamat po. Have a good evening. Bring that shit, DJ.
I'm a billionaire. I got my own cold trigger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want. Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't, of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own cold trigger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer.